So how has that journey, since you made the decision to really go full force with your faith, been?
Freeing. My wife and I really decided to make faith a staple in our household. So I started going to church consistently. We want our kids to grow up in church.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just a really important distinction that we made. And we decided as a couple to get baptized. She's got the harder job than I do.
Oh, 100%.
She's,
2 kids,
she's
4 and
two
1. Yeah.
mobile children and a dog, and she's killing it.
You say, ooh, honey, it gets me through, honey. Know how to cut that wild when my world is on fire. Oh, you do, honey. Oh, yeah.
I want to make sure I get this right. 12 out of 10 mentality, right?
12 out of 10. Yeah, it's not on my. Yeah,
you don't have it on today.
I've replaced it with a cross.
With a cross,
but,
okay.
Yeah, we still maintain that.
Yeah,
energy.
That energy.
You got to bring, especially on the stage.
John K. You've got this new album out that we've been waiting a while for, Salt and Light, and then you're on the Salt and Light Part 1 tour.
Part 1.
What does Part 1 mean? Besides the obvious, but
provocative.
Okay.
Nobody knows what it means.
It's a little bit. It'd be hilarious if there's no Part 2.
It's kind of a. I wanted to go with a Part 1 to hold myself accountable to the Part 2.
Okay. That's your way of saying I have to do this again.
It's a way of just saying, like, this is the beginning of the way we want to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
And as we rolled out, I wanted to go old school, like drop an album, tour the album, get it out there, go connect with people.
Yeah.
And I haven't really approached my fans this way before.
It's very authentic, and not that your music hasn't been in the past, but you could just tell you've kind of settled in. Before, when we spoke, it was during COVID, no less. You were kind of toying the line of this is John K as an artist, and then this is John K at home with my family.
Yeah.
And this definitely feels like it pulls that all together. It's like, okay, we found who John is, and it's the same John regardless.
Can't say it better myself, dude. You nailed it. I think having the time that I had to really become a father, have 2 kids.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And talk to my wife about what this looks like. Basically, I got to the point where I didn't know if I was going to do this again.
Yeah, I believe that,
And we both collectively agreed, like, if we as a family are going to do this again, I'm going to be the same guy at home as I am on that stage.
Regardless, yeah.
And that was a really important distinction, because I think for a long time, between me and my wife, music kind of pulled us apart. Like, we live in Orlando, but I'd have to fly to LA and go and fly to Nashville.
Orlando's a hard place to keep as a hub too.
It
as
is.
an artist,
Yeah.
you're just so far southeast from LA, and
right.
So
everything. Any showcase, I'm in LA,
Yeah,
and
best,
a lot
you're
of
in New
times my wife's not coming.
Yeah.
So it was almost like it was either I was choosing one or the other, and this time was an opportunity for both of us to collectively say, like, we're gonna do this together.
Yeah.
And together on this tour means she's holding it down at home. She's got the harder job than I do.
Oh, 100%.
She's,
2 kids,
she's 4 and
2
1, mobile children and a dog, and she's killing it.
I love your dog, by the way.
Yeah,
I love your dog. You always put him on Instagram. But okay, we'll pivot to Linnae then, because she was the impetus for a lot of the songs that you've written. But If We Never Met, obviously, one of the bigger tracks, and then you have a titled track for her on this album.
Yeah.
There's a specific quote. It's in the first verse. When we go to bed, you pray away the demons so I can sleep. I saw that and I was like, that is what I need. That is love to me, right?
Yeah.
That is very real.
Yeah.
When did you know you were going to title a song with her name?
I wanted to do that for years, but I think as I grew in my confidence as a writer, and also as we talked about bringing those two together, it was important for me to try to nail down a song that really encompassed her to me. And I tried a couple times and I felt like they weren't good enough. And then finally I sat down in a room with Steph Jones and Emily Wiseman, 2 of my favorite writers. And it came up naturally. We started talking about it. And before you know it, the line that really crushes me is, giving you everything is the least I can do. And it's like, that's it.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh, Linnae, I take care of you. Take the weight off your shoulders from now till we're older. There's nothing I wouldn't go through. Maybe I'll tell you over and over, I finally know love
yeah, you've packed my bag 1,000 times, you know, stuff like that. Like that's real, you know. And we've talked about with other songs too that you've written, you know, you don't think about other people applying that to their life in the way, and that's half the fun of touring something, right? I'm sure you get it all the time. People will come up and say, you know, this song changed everything for me.
Yeah.
Linnae is such an interesting track because it is such an intimate thing, not to just write for someone, but put their name as the title.
Right.
And that's a song, no less, by the way, that if it's not already been used, will be a first dance song at multiple weddings.
I know.
Potentially mine someday.
I mean, I thought about putting a more generalized one and just changing it to like, oh baby I instead of oh Linnae I.
Yeah.
But if somebody uses Linnae, I mean, that's super special.
It's a gift that keeps giving.
Yeah.
Max Schneider, he wrote Lights Down Low, and that's the song he proposed to his wife with. And then obviously that's become such a massive hit too. And I just really see that happening with this song. When I first heard it, I was like, didn't help that I'm coming off a breakup. But I'm like, you know what? It's that clarity of, you know, timing is everything.
Yep.
And it's not just the person, it's the path too.
Just love.
Yeah, it's just love. And it doesn't have to be romantic either. I mean, this is just like, I love my best friend. Like, and I work with him. It's one of the hardest things to navigate that kind of stuff.
It's a marriage.
Yeah, I see him more than anyone else in my life. Love it or hate it. But yeah, okay, so let's talk about a few other tracks off Salt and Light. Ego Death is how it kicks off, right?
Yeah.
And this is the introduction to this record. We've been waiting for John Kay. We were saying off camera, you know, this is kind of the tour that you were waiting 5 years to do, that you were planning to do in 2020.
Yep.
And it just, I don't know if you heard, but some stuff happened in 2020.
I don't remember.
Something. I think there's like a rainstorm or something. You couldn't go outside. But it starts with this stripped synth falsetto intro where you're like, something's about to happen. Something's about to go down. And then this funky beat that's almost like a Confunction or a Chicago or Earth, Wind and Fire that you just don't hear anymore. You don't hear that being the mainstay. Maybe it's a drum fill or for a bridge, but not like throughout the song.
As the anchor.
And I was about to be so mad at you because it's the first verse and first chorus and there's no horns. And I was like, dude, we spent an entire interview talking about how horn sections are so important to you. Yeah. And I'm going to bring back your great grandfather in a second. But then it hits and I'm like, oh, this pulls the whole thing together. And then the whole album flows from there. What's it like to have a home for A Lot? Because A Lot came out in 2022.
Finally.
Yeah.
It's
3 years later, a very successful
Insane.
Single, but
I know.
it has a home now.
I think about you a lot. Wish I could undo a lot. I figured by now this damn I miss you kind of thoughts would stop. I'm up in my head a lot. I wanna text you a lot. And baby it would say, do you think about me? Cause I think about you a lot. Do you think about me? Cause I think about you a lot. Do you think about me? Cause I think about you
This whole album was there was so many high and low points of just, you know, I think like a lot of people, but coming off of A Lot, trying to make sense of where I am, who I am, what I want to be as an artist. And my wife and I really decided to make faith a staple in our household. Sure. Start going to church consistently. We want our kids to grow up in church. And that was just a really important distinction that we made. And we decided as a couple to get baptized. And I had a flight the next morning to go on a writing trip. And the next day we wrote Ego Death.
This is the death of an ego. Finally feel alive. This is the death of an ego. Finally feel alive.
And that showed me that it was like, you don't have to be the If We Never Met guy.
Yeah.
That song, the feel, the funk just broke the shell of who I thought I had to be as an artist and kind of allowed me to just explore and have fun with the album and do whatever.
And I love, Ed Sheeran just did this on his recent song too, but whenever it's something that's, I don't want to say serious subject matter, but real, but with a fun beat.
Right.
I think people are so locked into, if it's serious, it's got to be slow.
Right.
Or it has to be intense. And it's
I've never done that.
No,
Like
that's
Happiness.
never been you. Yeah, exactly. Literally.
It's like the saddest song ever.
remember when that came out too. This is going to be a very personal divergence for a second, but during 2020, I got a couple friends together for my birthday, and it was like September, so it was a couple months of like, okay, we got our quarantine pals or whatever, and I was playing football in the backyard, which I don't know if you could tell by everything about me. I'm not a sports guy.
No, what are you talking about?
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to run that clip back again and again and again. But your song Happiness was playing on repeat as I caught the first and only touchdown of my entire life.
Dude.
But yeah, I know you have a football background, so like it's like a dad situation right now. Thanks, man. I appreciate
So
it.
proud of you, son.
Happiness, if you're real, prove me wrong, 'cause I'm losing faith. It's been so fucking long since I looked in the mirror and saw someone who reminds me of when I knew you.
Coming back to the faith thing, I don't remember the exact quote, but you said, we were talking about when you got started on American Idol, and you said something along the lines of, God showed me the biggest stage so that I could go on my own journey to get back there. But American Idol wasn't that, right? It just showed you what you could have and
like
what he has planned for you.
Like a glimpse.
Yeah. So how has that journey, since you made the decision to really go full force with your faith, been?
Freeing. I think I was so afraid to not be cool or not be accepted, or I have to, I have to be sexy, right?
Yeah.
And I have
As
to
you're
be
wearing a
desirable
mesh sweater.
Well, we can still throw a little,
Still throw
we
a
can
little
have fun a
spiciness
little
in there.
bit.
Yeah.
But just really being convicted and knowing exactly who I am at home, freeing me up to just talking about my wife and my family and my actual life on stage
Openly, yeah.
and bringing all of that together, it just keeps me more rooted and grounded. It's freeing. Being able to talk about my faith shouldn't be something I just do at home.
It has to be such a
real?
weight off the shoulders, man.
And I was so nervous, I guess, to be, I don't know, if you get pigeonholed as a Christian artist or something,
Yeah.
It's allowed people to really get to know me and therefore understand the music even better. I had an entire family come to my show in San Francisco, and they brought their 5-year-old daughter. And I went out and I met everybody after the show.
Yeah.
And they came up to me and they're like, you don't know the presence you have in our house. Like, we put our kids to bed with cheap sunglasses every single night. And my daughter
Forget lullabies, cheap sunglasses.
My daughter thinks the lyric is pancake candy cane can't keep you. So we'll change. And it's like that. I don't know if I ever would have attracted like a family
like that. No.
like that.
Yeah.
Or
Without being authentic.
Yeah. Or couples that come up to me and they're like our love story is driven by you. So thank you for being so honest. Like, we have songs like when we're not doing good, when we are doing good, when we miss each other, when we're long distance, and you're like the playlist of our whole relationship.
Wow.
And it's like, if I tried selfishly, I guess, for more, I don't know, fame or, sexy driven things, I would miss out on who I actually want my fan base to be.
And just wholesome conversations like that. Like, you would never, even if that still existed in their household as music, they're probably not coming up to you to say that, right? If you're
I don't want attention. I don't even feel like it's right for me to be up on stage getting glory of any kind.
Yeah.
I don't think that's natural.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of probably deflect it, and I like to have it be about my family, because that's what keeps the relationship of this whole insane thing that we do a little bit more normal for me.
Faith is a through line for you, has been, but now you're much more open about it. Another through line is that music passes through Johns in your family.
The Johns. I was just in Southern Illinois. Got to swing by my grandma's house.
Wow.
See some of her paintings.
That's
talk about John
incredible.
Polson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know where I'm
Seriously.
getting at with this.
Yeah,
Like, we
yeah.
gotta do the whole trumpet story real quick,
Okay.
right? When's the last time you told the story, first of all? Am I just making you repeat this again and again and again?
No, it's actually been
Wow. Okay, cool.
maybe with you. So
Really? So I'll prompt this. You have your great-grandfather's trumpet.
Yep.
Which he played with people like Louis Armstrong
Yep.
and Bunny Bergen.
Bunny Bergen.
Bunny Bergen, thank
Yeah.
you. Just
that's
after hours.
why my grandma's name is Grandma Bunny. He named her.
Just after hour parties in New York.
Yeah. Crazy.
Crazy. And then your dad, John, also a musician.
Yeah.
And then it passed on to you. Have you ever tried to play the trumpet?
Yeah. Just, blew my cheeks out and, I could make noise.
I think that's step one.
It's not that pretty. but I can get a couple notes out.
I know it's probably unlikely you ever met your great grandfather. Did you?
He, even crazier, he passed away the same month that I was conceived.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
My family has a really strong belief in souls kind of getting not even passed down, but married to who you are as a person. That's trippy.
Super interesting.
Yeah.
And apparently his he was pretty sick for a while, and he loved deer. He loved deer. Never heard of deer. He's like, I don't know, he just loved deer. And he was on the first floor of the hospital, and he passed away, and they look over to the right, and there's a family of deer looking in the window.
Wow.
And then apparently they forgot to turn the fluid pump off.
Mm-hmm.
So when they looked back at him, they said he looked like 40 years younger. Like the fluids had filled every wrinkle, and it was just like this highly spiritual, like unbelievable moment of him passing. And they look and they see the deer looking in the window, and they look back, and he looks like a young man.
Younger and almost healthy again.
Yeah.
Even though wow.
So
similar story with my grandmother. Just the night she passed, very comfortably at home, and it was beautiful. Her thing was red cardinals, and then sure enough, at night, a red cardinal outside.
yeah,
Like you don't see that.
no,
Yeah, it's just
you
those
can't explain those things either.
God winks, man. That's what I call them. Okay, you're on tour right now. Try not to be too heavy and cry and get all into my feelings, but Salt and Light Tour Part 1.
Salt and Light, man.
You are in Chicago right now.
Yeah.
You are playing the Mercury Lounge in New York in a week.
Yeah.
And that's a mainstay for you because, correct me if I'm wrong, that was the first place you ever sold out a show.
Yep. And we're coming back.
And now you're coming back on your own first headlining tour.
Yep.
How's that feeling?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It feels like a long time coming. We have a lot of music out too, so it's been really fun to kind of
A few things, yeah.
piece together a show that really feels good, like through and through, from top to finish. We're having so much fun. So we start the show high energy, like 7-8 songs. We throw some cool covers in there, and then we break it down. We do a couple of little acoustic section. I make Dante get off the drums and grab an acoustic, and then we pick it back up for the rest of the show. And there's so many fans after the show that come up to me and they're like, dude, I've been to a lot of shows. It's the best show I've ever seen. And I'm like, thank you, sir.
You're like, I know. No, but thank you. Yeah,
thank you very much.
That's just got to be the best currency, honestly.
I didn't expect those kinds of reactions.
Sure.
The singing along, like from my perspective, like I look for connection while I'm on stage, and seeing people just sing with me is so much fun. So we're having fun.
Yeah.
Guys are insanely talented. I love my guys, and we're out there just.
Well, you've had a core of like a similar team for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Don's been with me. I mean, he wrote everything with me.
Yeah.
Came up with the guitar part for If We Never Met. Came up with the chorus of 6 months. Like we've written pretty much everything together. And then Azad, I met him when we did the Marky Basie run. So since 2022, we've been homies.
That's
and he's
wild.
just nasty. So it's been really, really fun to dream this up kind of together on our own terms. And then to bring in elements like the lighting and the backdrop and just kind of have a vision realized.
Yeah, we'll get nerdy for a second. Just we were talking off camera that you're doing what's called full production or full scale production, and a lot of tours in smaller rooms don't bring their own lighting. They don't bring whatever may craft the sound or visuals.
Yeah,
they just kind of work with whatever the house has to provide, and you could absolutely do that. It's cheaper, but you said no. We're gonna go big for smaller, intimate rooms.
Yeah, and it
hits.
I mean, yeah. Sometimes the rooms are so small we can barely fit the set pieces into the rooms, and so
good problem to have.
Yeah, and I'm like, there's one, we were in Salt Lake City and we couldn't fit the wall on the back of the stage, but we fit it in the side, so it kind of boxed it in like a room.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, the guys were like, no man, we can't do the wall, like it's too tight. I'm like, guys, let's just keep going, let's keep setting it up.
Let's see the vision.
We're bringing, we've got ears, we've got the full production, 32 channels, we're running tracks where we have lighting. I mean, lighting, we're dragging in like 7 heavy cases of lighting. It's so overkill.
We're here, it's the final day of rehearsal, and I want to show you guys the show intro. We're gonna do one more full run through.
Never been so high. This is the depth of an ego. Finally feel alive.
Got this thing, not not sure if you're going to be okay with it. There's like a little bit of dynamite under the stage. I'll hit it at the right time. Just make sure that you're like, you know, at least a foot away.
I want to hit it and then land on the stage. Let's go immediately into the breakdown.
But I love it because that's what I would do if I were touring.
Amazing.
I would play a room like this and be like, I need my ears. I need multiple. So sorry for the listener at home that doesn't know, in-ear monitors that they look like these right here.
Yeah.
That's how you hear yourself and hear the tracks and whatnot better. But it's not something that's super easy to incorporate, especially in smaller setups. But you want to give the best show you can, and that's how you do it, man.
Yeah. And I mean, if you plan for it in advance. Like now it's way easier
seamless,
because the nice thing about having ears is it's locked.
Yeah.
So our mixes are the same room to room.
Which really limits the sound check and
it's great. So the only thing we got to check is front of house to make sure that everything's hitting the right way.
As you hit the microphone.
As hitting the right way. And what I've noticed is that the guys in the venue get super inspired when we start bringing everything in, and they want to like juice it and make it great. So it's been amazing.
It's also hard when you have that big of production on larger scale venues to see people's reaction, let alone feel their reaction other than just, loud screaming.
Yeah.
But when you're in a small room, I mean, that's cool for the tech guys to be like, I'm doing this. Like I'm running this room right now. That's cool.
And they're right there. Yeah. I feel way more connection in these rooms than, being in Korea and playing for 15,000.
Sure. Which is no small feat, by the way. You have quite
the
audience. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's just very different. I think when the bigger the rooms get, the more small I get as far as like, I'm just trying to stay locked in my ears and just kind of like really deliver on the microphone and deliver the show. But there's something special that happens in small rooms where you're connecting actively with people that are right in front of you. And it just brings everything to another level.
Well, end on this. Speaking of connecting, you've had quite a few features or collabs over the years. Kelsey Ballerini on the re-release of If We Never Met.
If we never met, I'd be drunk waking up in someone else's bed. I'd be lost in a crowded room of fake friends. I wouldn't even know what love is if we never met.
Rose, I Love You So Much.
I love you more than the bad days ahead. I love you more than the nights when we ended with slamming doors. Oh, I love you more.
Wish You Were Here with Two Friends.
Even though you're gone, you're still on my mind. Though it's been so long since you said goodbye, but every night I wish you were here. I wish you were here.
I Gotta Do My Due Diligence.
Yeah.
You're already giving me the face like, I have an answer, but I can't tell you.
Yeah.
As he's sipping on his water in a wine glass. Hey, man, we keep it classy.
Cheers.
Is there anything you can give me that you're comfortable sharing that maybe could be like an Easter egg when that happens?
It's in the works.
Okay.
It's in the works on potentially a song from this album.
Okay.
And then moving forward
Something new.
into
Same person for both? Or
No.
two different? Oh, okay. All right. We'll leave it there.
yeah.
We'll leave it there.
I got some cool things coming for you.
Can't wait.
And I'll call you. I'll let you know
yeah,
before.
please. Yeah,
I got you.
Dude,
it's good to see you in person.
I know.
Bro.
We've known each other for over 5 years
We've been
now.
friends for 6 years and
Yes.
we've never
And
met.
we never met in person, but if
But
we
now
never
we've
met.
Yeah.
Did we just become best friends?
Nice.
Show tonight. I've never seen you live.
Let's go.
I'm so excited. John K.
Thanks for having me, dude.
Salt and Light, of course. I'm
so happy for you. This place is amazing.
Thank you. It was so cool about this too, is you're one of my very favorite artists, if that hasn't already been wildly apparent. And I didn't even set up this interview. It was set up for me. I was like, oh, we have John K coming through?
Dude, I didn't know. I didn't even know you were going to be here when I walked in.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Wait, I know that guy. Yeah.
I know that face.
Salt and Light is out now. Part 1 of the tour is ongoing, which would lead me to believe there's a part 2 also from a music standpoint. Who's to say?
Happening somewhere
Who's
sometime.
to say? Who's to say? John K, dude, thank you for coming.
Dude,
Make
thanks
some
for
noise for
having
John K.